Hi, I'm Tammy Dunbar. I teach 5th grade in Manteca Unified School District. That is in the great state of California. We're about 75 miles east of San Francisco. When I started teaching about 18 years ago, I began handing out blue tickets. Kids love blue tickets, don't they? But these blue tickets, in order to get one, you had to do something pretty special. You had to catch Mrs. Dunbar making a mistake. That's right. These blue tickets represent my failures. As a new teacher, I was terrified that I would make mistakes, was positive that I would make mistakes, but I also realized that I had 34 amazing students who could catch them and help make me a better teacher. And when I realized that it was a great idea to embrace mistakes, I became a better teacher. Let me give you an example. I remember a student named Carlos. Carlos was a puzzle. Carlos was in resource for writing. He had some kind of blockage, could not get any words on paper. Teachers before me would keep him in the classroom through recesses, after school. You're not going to leave until you get something on this paper, Carlos. Nothing. So then when I got Carlos, I tried different methods, nothing seemed to work. But then one day, I realized my mistake. I realized that I had a recording device at my desktop. So I said, Carlos, forget about the paper, forget about the pen. Tell me your favorite part of the book. So without that pressure, Carlos was able to tell me exactly what his favorite part of the book was. But what I had done was push record because my device had speech to text. When Carlos was done, I hit stop and turned to my computer around and I said, now do me a favor, read this. When he started reading it back, he said, that's what I just said. I said, that's right. That's what I want you to write. That's when I realized that I needed to look for alternative ways to help my students find success. In this case, technology was the route for Carlos. In 1 month, he had no problem writing a paragraph on paper. By my modeling mistakes in class, what I also have found is that my students don't mind making mistakes, and they can even reflect on what went wrong. We had an experiment once for our table groups to make recyclabots. That's when you take an oatmeal container, construction paper, and all the various tchotchke that teachers have thrown away that I always save, and you invite the students to create their own recyclabots. So I had 5 table groups, and they were making their recyclabots, and they had 90 minutes. And at the end of 90 minutes, we had 4 amazing, decorated facials, beautiful faces, and one that was this sad little purple clown. Just had purple paper, 2 little pom-pom eyes, and a piece of pipe cleaner for the mouth, not even a smile. And so when the lesson was over and the students presented their recyclabots to the class, I kept the clown for last. And when that group got up, I said, so, tell us about your clown. And they said, well, we had a lot of arguments. We really couldn't decide what we wanted to do, and so we just kind of had to slap it together. I said, oh, okay, that's not a problem. Did you learn something? And what they said was, we learned it's a mistake to waste time on arguing. So what I say to teachers is, you know what? We need to model our mistakes for our students. Let them see us struggle and fight and critically think through something when the sound doesn't work, when the audio video doesn't work. Because when they see that we struggle, they will also see that we're not afraid to learn. And by showing our students we're not afraid to learn, they'll know they should not be afraid to learn. So I leave you with this. What more could our students learn if we were fearless?